Rainfall is a natural phenomenon, and its importance to living things, plants and animals alike, cannot be overemphasized. In Nigeria, the rainy season is often awaited with so much anticipation, not only by farmers who depend mostly on it for the growth of their crops, particularly in this part of the country where irrigation farming is not very popular, but also by the generality of the people who often experience comfort that comes along with the rain as it quenches the heat that must have emanated from the scorching sun. It is usually presumed that whenever it rains, the water naturally flows through drainages and empties itself in streams and rivers. That, however, may not always be the case, as the free flow of water could be disrupted. The consequence of this is flooding. The situation played itself out recently at Ibijuwon community in Ikirun, headquarters of Ifelodun local government area of the state of Osun. The popular Osere River that linked Ibijuwon community down to the railway got blocked. The blocking of the free flow of the river was not as a result of indiscriminate dumping of refuse, as the case may be. In some areas, far from it, the waterway got blocked as a result of the grasses and bushes that grew in them. It is undisputable fact that water cannot be blocked from flowing. It will naturally create a path for itself, and that was what happened in the Ibijuwon community after a recent downpour in the area. The water diverted to people's homes. The incident left some buildings totally submerged in water. Houses were not the only things affected by the downpour, as some farmlands that had crops such as cocoa, kola nuts, plantains and palm trees planted on them were equally destroyed. The situation left residents of the area in deep sorrow as they cry out for help. Chairman of Ibijuwon community, Mr. Kazim Adebayo, informed Dateline that the area has not witnessed flooding incidents for a long time due to the dredging of the waterways carried out by the Aregbesola administration in 2012. Mr. Adebayo, who noted that the overgrown bushes on the streams are responsible for the disruption in the free flow of water, appealed to the government to help extend the dredging and canalization of waterways currently ongoing in some parts of the state to Osere River and Odoamo in Ikirun. Other community members who spoke in separate interviews, including Mr. Olalere Oyetoro and Mrs. Silifat Ismail, stated that even the rail lines have been affected by the incident.
Government to help us analyzing so that the water be able to flow directly.
We want them to help us for everything that is damaged here.
In the meantime, soccer may soon come the way of the people of Ibijuwon community and those in all parts of the state sooner than expected, as government has assured the people that the ongoing dredging exercise will cover all parts of the state. Permanent Secretary, Minister of Environment, Sanitation and Physical Planning, Dr. Temitope Oladele, stated that the ministry has been proactive in moving incidences of flooding in the board since this administration came on board. He emphasized that the dredging and canalization of waterways has been a continuous exercise even before the commencement of the rainy season. He assured communities experiencing flooding incidents that government will see to their plight.
You're on the preventive side. Most of the time, we don't even wait for flooding to occur before going to action. We do it year round. Even before the rain started, we were at Okoko, we were at Ogwagba, we were at Aiba River, we were in Ora, and many other streams and rivers scattered all over the state of Osun. We have just left Tila. We went to Ororuo. Presently, we are in Elisha. Once leaving that place, we'll get down to Ikirun.
Speaking on the same vein, Director of Flood Control and Engineering Services in the ministry, Engineer Dipo Alani, called on members of the public to desist from erecting structures close to rivers or streams to avoid putting their lives in danger.
We find out that the structures that have problems are the ones that are within the stream setback. Anybody that wants to develop any part of the land that is close to the stream should please come to the ministry for advice, because when you buy it during the dry season, it looks okay.
Reacting to the collapsed culverts of the bridge along Ikirun Okuku Road leading to Ilaudo, the boundary between the state of Osun and Kwara State, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Works, Engineer Nuruddin Adiagbo, assured the people that the culvert will soon be fixed.
We have instructed the contractor to go and handle and make necessary amends to that culvert.
The duo of engineers Oladele and Adeagbo maintained that the Rauf Aregbesola administration will continue to do all within its power to safeguard lives and property of the people based on the 6-point integral action plan of the administration. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC Dateline.